during a trust recession time. So just a quick share, right? I've shared all these systems alongside international speakers like Property Lim brother Melvin Lim. He's very famous and all that, right? And also also having worked with real estate developer and agency as a marketer, media buyer. So I have some experience that I can share because running ads and just posting content is no longer enough because everyone can do that. So the standard kind of get increased, meaning it's more difficult to gain attention nowadays because everyone is fighting for that piece of attention, right? So if you're not on social media, you're going to lose. That's why it's important, but we also need to be strategic because everyone is trying to be on social media. So we need to be strategic about it. And the question is, for example, if you're in real estate, well, studies have shown that there's 34,000 registered real estate agent versus 100,000 non-registered real estate agent, meaning it's filled with a lot of real estate agent. And whether you are running business yourself or running clinics and healthcare, it's also the same. If you see an area, you are not the only one. You will have competitors ready to eat into the same market share as well. So the question is, how do we create opportunity instead of seeing this as a roadblock? So when there's more competition and noise, you will need reach and trust to attract customers. Like this picture, right? You are the magnet. If you want to be a great magnet and attracting all your ideal client, you need to be intentional and strategic when you are online. So these are just the fundamentals. So these are what I've also shared during the Malaysia largest real estate conference, right? Like a lot of time we are fighting for reach. Everyone want to go live, want to go viral, but not enough building trust that is driving the conversion because everyone can post something, but you may not be building enough trust. And because, for example, real estate, or if you are selling something that a lot of competitors are also selling, like dental clinics and all that, we are not in shortage of it. Your service kind of in a way, whether we like it or not, become a commodity, like supermarket like that. Like everyone a bit blur. What are the differentiation? What differentiate you and the other sellers, for example? So to avoid that, we need to be a thought leader in our category king. Like a category king. For example, if you are selling real estate, what kind of real estate are you specializing in? I know a lot of time because I was a realtor as well. We want to sell everything to everyone because we thought that's gonna help us get sales the quickest, the fastest. Actually, it's wrong because the way algorithm works, the way online works, right? And you know that I'm sure you also agree, right? People nowadays memory, attention span, all very short one. So if you want to grab their attention, you need to stand with one first. You need to pick one. So pick your category. Let's say if you are residential, in which area? Let's say Wangsa Maju, then you choose that area. Can you go even further narrower, like rental, investment, or purchase, buy, sell, right? That's even better because people's attention span is very short. You want them to remember you. You gotta get them to remember you for one thing, right? Only one thing. Otherwise, too many things, it feels very confusing. And honestly, I mean, even us like in marketing and sales full time as well, like we are running B2B and marketing and all that, and even for our clients in real estate and other services, it takes time, even for one product. So imagine you're selling multiple product, how challenging it would even be, right? So we want to make sure we specialize. And today we're going to fix that in your profile. So if you can share your profile, then we can go through together. Or we also have one activity after this workshop that you can also do to practice. So a lot of time, right, agents or sellers or business owner, they ask, why is my conversion rate so low? How do I improve it? Meaning we get a lot of likes, we get some followers, we get some attention, some reply, but there's no sales. It doesn't convert to sales. What's the problem? So actually, it's really back again to what I've shared. Like be remembered for one thing. So your profile, like what you say you do or how you describe you do, don't say you do everything or you cover a lot of things. Be known for one thing first before you branch out to other things. And another thing about staying top of mind, right? Because marketing is all about staying top of mind. Because if you don't, you get drowned in a sea of sameness, meaning agents, clinics, it's very hard for people to perceive you differently or to remember you for one thing. Oh, do you solve specifically skin problem? Do you help couple, for example, find a new place? Like newlywed couple or family wanting to upgrade to 3 to 4 rooms, for example, the more specific you can get, the easier it is to stay top of mind. And a lot of time, people thought the sales process only start when they are asking inquiries, like sending inquiries. Actually, it starts way before they send you a DM, they PM you. They are already observing who to research, what to research, which influencer to follow, which content creator to follow, what this somebody say, what their peers community say about this project, this product, this problem. People are always researching nowadays. In fact, 80% of them will research first before sending an inquiries. So it's very hard for us to expect them to buy during the first inquiries. It doesn't happen like that anymore. It used to be, but because nowadays people want to research and see who to trust, like this agent can trust or not, or this doctor can trust or not. So then they borrow like decide, okay, are they worth listening to? Are they worth my time? Can I trust this person? Yeah. So which is why I also came out with this. Like a lot of time we thought we run ads, then the next day they are gonna call and then we can arrange for appointment and then they're gonna go for viewing and then we're gonna get a deposit. If only it's that nice, that straightforward. How are we going to build this or make this better? Is we need to build trust. Because without trust, right, they may take longer time to think, to research. But imagine this, you put yourself in the buyer's shoes, in the customer's shoes. If we provide content that adds value, that guide people, that help differentiate us versus others, that tell them, okay, why take action now versus delaying, and being in the community, sharing insights and all that, they are gonna be able to make decision faster and thus ending up making that decision, right? Taking the action. So it's a question that we ask ourselves because, and this is a very interesting discussion, right? That we just had online. Like, if you guys are on threads, yeah, let's connect there as well. Like, we ask like different marketers' opinions, right? We realize that 90% of business in Malaysia, they see marketing as promotion only, meaning cheap discount time limited, or just promotion. But actually marketing is more than just throwing promotion or shouting about your products, because only the promotion can only touch or hit the 3% of people. 97% of the market are not ready to buy one. So this is not according to me, it's from a famous Nottingham 10 university research, right? And also it's also agreed across multiple marketing research. Like the market at any point in time, only 3% are ready to buy, 97 not ready. Thus, we need to create demand. So the new way is like demand generating content. So how our messaging is to create demand, create curiosity, interest, desire, and trust, most importantly, instead of like old time, which is sell, sell, and sell, right? So we need to tell or show analysis like why this area, and if we can specialize in a certain area, like commercial in which area. For example, Sungai Buloh, I'm not sure whether there is, but like certain area, Kajang or where, then people will seek us, or we will be in the top of mind when people need certain product or research or analysis or advice. So in short, we need content. We also need to position ourselves as thought leader or someone that people can trust and specialize in a certain area. We cannot be too broad unless you have the resources and time to build that, then by all means, or if you have a team. But if you are on your own or a small team, then focus first, then slowly build up. Right. For some agencies, right, they are very strong in, let's say, one area. So they keep pushing on what they are strong at. Like for example, high ticket, like above million or 3 million kind of property. But they also have a lot of stocks behind that they don't put up front. So behind they still have a shopping mall or grocery style. Like they have a lot of stocks, but in front they want to be known for luxury 1 to 3 million first because they want to attract this group of buyer, meaning the higher net worth one. So they stay top of mind for this category first, then later on, whoever people refer, they like their service, then they share more about whatever they have in their stocks, right? So it's very hard to create a content that attract people attention or magnetize or attract your leads and or potential customer if we don't specialize. Then after getting the attention, we also need to nurture, meaning like creating touch point. Like for example, this webinar that I'm running, it's also a touch point, a form of touch point like, hey, I want to get in touch with you. I want to let you experience how we train or how we do marketing and sales differently or what kind of impact we do. So you can emulate this as well. Who's stopping you from running your own webinar, sharing what you know about this certain area or projects? Even like last time when I was selling property, right? We also run webinar like to share, not on the project alone. We go wide first. Area analysis, um, property market, what is happening, where are we at the property clock, right? So all these technical things, right? It helps a lot for us as a especially high ticket item, or something that people will need time to consider before buying. We It requires technical expertise. And how did I build that? Is by really investing into courses, sharing investment one, property, stocks, market, and all that, so that I can form this language, the investor language, because last time I used to target more investors than home buyer. So I can speak their language. So now you need to ask yourself, who do you target? Is it commercial business owner? Is it investor, home buyer, or who? Professionals. Professional, some people they even target only doctors, meaning they sell property to doctors only, or lawyers or accountants, because they were ex-accountant, ex-engineer, so they can speak the same language. So you need to dive deep into your own personal strength, your own background, very unique background. I'm sure every one of us have it. And because I came from technical sales, this became very easy. Yeah, so you need to leverage on your natural strength. And then you find how and who you can relate to better. Yeah. And then so nurture and also building a community like a WhatsApp group that shares info, insights, property news, or let's say if you open a skin clinic, then you share more on prevention or what are the latest news or solution for a skin problem and all that. And then you have a call to action from time to time. So all this starts from content, conversation, something that people want to see, especially your ideal target client. It's also one thing that we need to know. We cannot target everyone. And also conversation. So far, is everyone okay? If you're okay, please type okay. So our solution is, instead of keep on pushing products, or just sales messages or pictures, we focus on generating demand, meaning education and engagement, meaning find out what your ideal client profile actually want and where are they at. And also one thing that I learned really the hard way is that uh, marketing is very important. Marketing for salespeople, professionals, or business owner is very important. And again, like I mentioned, it's not about promotion, it's about generating demand. Really understanding who we serve best based on our strength, our traits as well, and also based on stocks that we have, and then create or generate the demand. And because every buyers go through very different customers journey, like those who throw promotion, it will only appeal to those who are most aware, meaning they are at deciding stage already. They are deciding product A or B, project A or B. Then you throw promo, maybe that's suitable. But for those who are unaware, for example, you need to tell them like, oh, why instead of renting, you should buy, for example. Then okay, now they know the next one problem away. They know they should buy or own their home instead of renting. Okay, how are you gonna talk to them? So cater to different buyers' journey stages is very, very important if you want to engage with our ideal client profile. Then for those who already aware, like, okay, they should look for homes, how to choose homes. So we need to come up with those kind of guide and share our insights like you should avoid this area, or how should you select the right layout that you need, why this layout is better, why this location is better, why this pricing is worth it, and how to choose and all that, right? And how to buy, how to check your DSR, for example. So all these caters to different buyers at different stage. And also if you want to attract your ideal client profile, you really need to know how to not only attract them, you need to engage with them, nurture, convert. So like I showed just now, and you can engage them through these steps like attractive message. Later I'll show you how to craft attractive message. You need to have your own character also. That's why I say or recommend like you can think back what was your past career, for example, or your strength, your skills, analysis, research, or what. So, or interview, or something interesting. Yeah, and tell compelling stories, not just post product, but you can share your journey, your life. Let's say, for example, as a healthcare professional or as a realtor, you can share so that you are more humanizing your brand further, not like just a seller wanting to push product. And really learn frameworks that help you churn out content effectively and strategically as well. Yeah. So demand generation for more sales and conversation that converse, meaning need to tell people why you versus B versus another options, or why choose you as their realtors, or why choose you as their preferred healthcare partner, for example. So it's also something that we work hard to train salespeople or negotiator or seller, business owner, like to drill this mindset, right? Like paradigm shift, like I'm more than just a salespeople trying to sell something, but I'm a consultant. And really expand more. Like I'm not just here to sell a product and earn a commission. I'm here to solve my buyer's problem. Like let's say if you are doing commercial, I'm helping business to expand, right? To expand to your new location in to a new strategic location, for example. So I'm actually a growth partner of a business. So we need to expand our identity and see ourselves as more than just someone who trying to sell something. We are here to help families upgrade to their home sweet home, their next ideal home sweet home without burning a hole, or by making the best investment decision, for example, right? And also another thing is servant versus consultant. Consultant is someone with very leading and energy. For example, you lead your customer from point A to Z, what they want, and lead them, help them gain clarity. While servant is very outdated salespeople kind of energy, meaning like very customer service, like very needy, like hey, how are you, so just following up, have you decided, or like anything that people ask you just say can. instead of like telling them right away, hey, actually, I think you demanding like this in location this with budget like this. Actually, realistically speaking, from our research and deep understanding of the market, there's no longer such kind of stocks. And then you can advise them, tell them right away. But however, let's say if your willingness to allocate funds to your property is like from 500K to 700K, then we have this area, which I thought would be, very suitable or match what you like, because you mentioned that you want 3 rooms very close to MRT and all that. So it shows that you're listening to them, but also show them what are the best next steps. So this is the servant versus consultant mentality as well, meaning taking charge and leading them. So yeah, so as mentioned, most businesses focus on the top 3%, but miss out on the 90. But modern buyers prefer information gathering before even deciding to talk to you. So you, in your messaging, whether in your content, your ads, even in your profile, right? Like, how do you describe yourself? You need to mention who are you solving the problem for, what problem are you trying to solve, and how you solve it for them, right? So I'm gonna share this. Like, if you really want to be clear in your messaging, especially in your profile, right? Maybe you can share with me, like Gilbert or Jane, or Kichuan, like which social media are you more focused on and why you choose there? Is it because your ideal client profile is there? If yes, then your profile, optimizing your profile is very, very important. How, right? You will ask like how, right? So usually it's very simple. You need to mention like I am who, I help, I help who solve what problem to achieve desired outcome. This must be validated, okay? It must be your ideal client profile, really validated desired outcome to achieve this with your unique mechanism or whatever you can claim. Then if you want to add more credibility, right, you can say that you help more than how many like X number of families or businesses, but this must show proof lah. I mean, because I guess if we just simply claim things, people can sense one, right? So like X number of families or business, like you can share, or maybe you won something, award, achievement, something that you can quantify one. Because people, right, we have two parts of the brand. Yeah, thanks for sharing, Kichuan. We have two parts of a brand. One is emotion, one is rational, right? So rational, we must be able to quantify. And emotional, we must be able to relate. Relate. Let's say if we don't specify who we solve this problem for, people cannot relate. And because we have been writing so many ad copy and content ourselves, right? We really, really find if you can define who you serve it for, it's gonna be very super powerful. For example, there's one realtor in Singapore. She specializes in serving single mother only. And you can imagine, like, I'm a single mother myself. I help single mother to own their safe haven, for example, because well, presumably single mother might have to move out from their home or what after a divorce or what, right? So she specified in that. Some are like engineers, engineer turned realtors, helping engineer to find their home sweet home, right? Or using technical analysis, for example. So the who is gonna help you attract your ideal client faster and more effective. And it's also the relatability, relate. And remember, as I said, human, we are actually speaking to our ideal client, two parts of the brain, emotional, rational. So we can use logic, share wow, how many square feet lah, features and all that, that's only gonna touch the rational side. Emotional side, we must show them why we understand them the best. We must show proof. Like and also spell it out, like who do you solve it for? And which is why it's we really need to tell people as well, like why we solve it best for them. Okay, for example, right? Let me share my LinkedIn, sorry, my LinkedIn profile so that I can show you a clearer example. And you can also check out like other thought leader in your industry, for example, real estate. It doesn't have to be in Malaysia lah. Singapore, a few of them have very good profile, very precise. Like for example, mine is like I help businesses bridge marketing and sales with 3 steps AI-powered conversion system, turning qualified ad leads into book appointment. Train and work with 750 sales and marketing. And I also added proof like 26 time returns on ad spends. So numerical, right? And also winning 500 F500 sales. So if people read my profile and see my background, right, they would be able to relate because I have experience in real estate. I also have experience in healthcare. If let's say they screen through. So what I mean is to synchronize your messaging with your background, with what you already achieve, with some credibility and who you serve best. Like I will mention like real estate, healthcare, and education and all that is because I have that experience already, prior experience. So you can also do that for your messaging. So I hope this is the homework. When you go back after this workshop, please send it to me so that I can have a look. So you try to implement all these changes first and and you send it to me and then we shall see. It will help to sharpen your positioning, your messaging, and how you want people to remember you better. Okay, so yeah. And because of like now is like post-trust era, some people you might know we are entering the post-trust era, which is people are numb with or feeling jaded with all the ads and content. They are very hyper skeptical unless they know you or they feel like they know you, meaning you are relatable, you are authentic, you share insights, you share your own story as well, you share your behind the scene work, you share how you serve your customer or what your customers say about you, all that build trust. Yeah, so and another thing is consultative method. So which I'll be sharing during the summit as well. Is because we cannot not adopt consultative selling anymore. Whether you're in healthcare, whether you're a business owner, whether you're realtors, financial advisor, we need to put customer first and really learn. There's actually a 7-step sequence for consultative selling. It sounds 7-step a lot, right? But actually it's very simple. It's just that when you are very familiar with it already, it will flow very naturally. And when you know you have these elements, you know that the closing will be quite easy already, right? So these are some of the highlights. So we need to have a balanced approach that engage emotion and expertise, not just expertise. Yeah, because if we don't, then yeah, we're gonna suffer, right? Like high competition and all that. And buyers will just compare pricing because they have no emotional relatability and trust with you. Yeah, this is a post-trust. Let me try to jump to the homework. Okay. For example, right, we also help to audit a lot of real estate messaging and all that. And this is the very typical way of like messaging. Messaging is also the first step, actually, yeah, the first or second step of establishing a trust. Here, I'm not trying to bash any agent. It's just that I'm just showing like example. You see, like it's really just features only. So it's rational mind. So there's no emotional side of the brain engaging. So instead of like asking question first, building rapport, like, hey, Miss So and so, are you looking for your own stay or investment? At least ask something like that. Or have you been surveying in the area? Or you are just, looking for something else, for example. Like at least some engaging question. But this agent is like just sending, he or she is very persistent, like send updates and photos quite a few times consistently. But too bad there's no engagement, there's no conversation starter. At least there's only feature and features, which is all salespeople can do very well, right? But how can we stand out? Which is engaging, have conversation, right? And a lot of time, people just, dump info, copy and paste. Actually, we can see one. We are a customer, we can see one. So it's time we ask ourselves, as a salesperson following up or selling or realtors, or, are we copy pasting messaging only? Or are we really using every opportunity possible to build connection that will add value, build trust, understand people's needs first, ask insightful questions? That's how we build trust. And it's all text, so the challenges of building trust is even more, it's heightened. So we need to be intentional with every single line that we send. Is this adding value? Is this building trust? Is this helping me to build connection with these leads? Right? Failing to do so, it will be like spam. People will block, people will unsubscribe, right? So yeah, basically this workshop really aims to help you learn how to build professional branding profile. So you need to decide, where are your ideal client, which platform they use the most. And a lot of time people find it hard to answer this is because they target everyone. So we need to decide, are we targeting business owner? Then go LinkedIn, for example. Then go LinkedIn, go Facebook, engage more in uh Facebook group, for example. Or try to network more on LinkedIn. And are you on Instagram? Instagram maybe is for millennials. Then TikTok is Gen Z. And don't belittle Gen Z, right? Because the next powerful how to say generation that makes the most money will be Gen Z already, because they are young, right? So by right, they they have the energy and the ideas of making more money and all that. So we need to follow, where does the trend go, and also ask ourselves, who do we want to serve? Who do we serve best? Why us? Why we serve them best? Questions like this. And we need to showcase our expertise, meaning not just push product like I shared just now, but to share insights, industry insights, or things that your prospect, your customer asks you today. Can you write it out into a content, share it, or a video? So these are very, it make it easier for you to create more and showcase, because you see the difference between talking about your product and really showcasing, meaning helping, for example, your ideal buyer to make decision. Like show them how do you walk through your customer to decide which area, then which bank, for example, to apply for loan, how to calculate the budget and all that, right? If you can show, it's even more powerful. And you can show like what your customers say about you, that will be even more powerful as well. Let me see. Yeah, Kichuan, yeah, you are right. So Kichuan said that conversation is underrated. First, you need to talk, connect with someone effectively. Yes, because now this is a psychology of sales. You need to make people feel heard first. Heard, meaning you need to hear them out. Only then is the law of reciprocity. They will return it by listening to you, regardless you are expert or not. Let's say if you feel that you are not that experienced realtor or seller, it's okay. But we need to bear in mind the human psychology in place. Hear people out, then in return, people hear you out. And I find this is super underrated as well. Yes, as mentioned by Kichuan. Like Kichuan work with doctors, but realize doctors don't have time for socials, right? Yeah. So you need to connect with them effectively before you can turn someone into a lead. Yeah, very true. So which is why whatever tips and strategies that I'm sharing with you, it's super powerful. It's also took me a lot of years to learn, but I'm sure some of you are more experienced than me. But yes, there's never too good to improve still, right? So these are the reflection question lah. Like what's your intention of using which platform? So you need to decide platform lah. I feel personally it's better to start with one. I started with LinkedIn. Then only when my LinkedIn is like, okay, I'm quite happy, then I expand to Instagram, Facebook. Although I'm not huge in this area, but I chose LinkedIn because decision makers are there. And the competition for attention is lesser and there's less noise there. Not like Facebook or Instagram, there's multiple distraction, right? But you need to understand algorithm as well. Let's say if buyers, right, they search for homes in Instagram or Facebook, the algorithm will study and will push more. So you kind of have to be on those platforms, but post strategically. Post something that build trust, then people perceive you differently. So that you don't have to keep posting, but no likes, no reply, nothing, no trust building, then it feels like very wasting of time. We used to believe, right, like hard work is important, but now we really need to be mindful how we work. Is it gonna help us and help people as well? And yeah, the third question, what do you need to create in order to achieve this, like build trust, like which kind of content? And a lot of people ask me, like, why do I need to go through the hassle of building content? Because people no longer trust news portal or the uh like all the main thing like property platform and all that, or people are trusting people already. People choose people nowadays. So it's even more empowering and easier now to build your own authority, your own influence. So my question to you is, why not? Because people no longer just believe what the newspapers say already. No, people believe community or what other people say. So if you can be the one who bother in your industry, you will win a lot of attention and trust. So in our summit, we will have a YouTuber, property YouTuber. He will share like his process. Yes, YouTube is not easy. It took him 1-2 years, but now he easily get leads, easily get appointment already. Don't need to push fast, or push a lot. He get leads, inquiries like, hey Kenny, do you have property in this area? What do you think about this property? I'm looking to buy. Can you please advise? Do you have stock? I want to buy from you. So it's really depositing the work first, then later on it will pay later, right? But if we don't start now, the later never happen. The later never arrive. So now is the best time. And why are you the best person in solving? Like I mentioned, right? We want to think about this. And how are you demonstrating that? Are you using multiple variation writing, photos, videos, webinars, event, and all that? Right. So, and strategic posting. Always like you can just remember these 2 points, like use every post that you write, always like have a small footer, like reintroduce yourself, like I help business owner to find their next location, next strategic location, for example. And always position yourself as the only one. For example, I'm the only realtor who use maybe cannot lah, like I use strategic location analysis to help my buyer make the best property decision, for example, and really showcase it, right? And you can actually use YouTube property platform and try to look for data news to share, like show research. It can be international news as well, like showing KL property versus Bangkok and all that, right? All kind of news, and try to link it to your opinion and insights. Like, yeah, we as realtors, we do observe that property in KL, like over the past few years have increased, have this trend. upwards trending, right? Pricing trend. So share this kind of thing because realtors have insights that only realtors know and the market want to know, right? For example. So have a posting strategy that works for you. You don't have to burn yourself out, but you can post strategically so that people appreciate your post, right? And you can, decide the ratio like you want educational, personal, or broad content because it targets different buyers' journey. Like I shared the pyramid, right? Top 3% ready to buy. So if you talk only about product, it only hits the 3%. The remaining 97% still researching, considering, checking around. You need those kind of content as well. And also in your content, sell yourself, like why you are the best person. Don't sell because I think realtors, right? A lot of our mistake is we only focus on the product. We forgot to focus on ourselves. People buy people first. So yeah, remember that. Okay, we are 8:45, so I'm a bit long-winded, but it's actually this to put simple is what we went through. Uh, what we went through this one. So power headline, right? Yeah, you just do this first. Then after this, you can PM in the group and then ask me to check and feedback. I'm more than happy to do that. Okay. And let me see. I think yeah, should be sorry, to take up your time. And yeah, so some of the content rule. This one we can work on it tomorrow night. Especially if you need feedback on or if you're new. Maybe you can type in the message. Are you new to content creation? Yes or no. Then we can go through it together on how to craft content since we are running out of time. And yeah, so this one, yeah. So whatever insights that we have, right, as a professional, sales professional, business owner, there's something that we really know on. We can start with their real pain point. For example, nowadays, uh, let's say a business owner find it difficult to decide which area to start their warehouse or start their new office. Then we can dive in from there. That's one real pain point already. And then you can post three angles using this pain point, and then you can come up with different suggestion. And you can get peer feedback, then refine and schedule again. So you need to build trust, you need to teach, and you need to share, meaning share more. Don't just talk about the product, talk about you, your expertise, your insights. Let me see the group chat. Okay, Jane said a bit new. Okay, this is heavy. Okay, sorry, Gilbert. Okay, but yes, you can stick with the basic first. Fix your profile with what I've shared, and I can review and we can work on this. So yes, it's a lot of information because how to say, I do have a lot that I want to share, but yeah, that's why yeah, we need more time. So yeah, so work on this. I help who solve what problem to achieve what? To achieve um like to own my next home without spending too much on down payment, for example. Yeah, with unique mechanism. So we help customers to screen through the top 5 properties, for example, in Malaysia. No, sorry, in Klang Valley area, for example. So you can just name it. And how many families help or how many businesses help. So quantify it, or what awards or achievement that you can shout about. Because sometimes when realtors receive awards, it also kind of mean that, well, we are quite good, right? We are quite successful. People trust us. So we kind of need to show that and like why we solve it best for them, like why we are the best person to solve it for them. So only this, focus on this homework and send it to me. Yeah. So before we end, maybe you can share like one takeaway from this workshop. And possibly any questions if you have.
Can I share first?
Yeah, can, Jane.
Okay. I think one takeaway would be I always have an issue of who I want to help.
Mm,
That's why my profile is very like very general. So it's like it's not a specific target. So I
Yeah.
guess now having a specific target makes more sense. Then you know like what kind of pain points that specific target has, then you can address to the problem.
Yes, yes, that's very true. Yeah. So yeah, happy to hear that. So you can sharpen your positioning, like who you help, and then you can show me if you want some feedback. Okay. Thanks. So anybody else? Gilbert?
Uh, Thank you for sharing. I actually look at it is quite heavy uh, for me itself. But it will definitely need to have a lot of reframing of the mindset. All right,
Yes.
and I will probably need to look into it how to go around this lah, because we have been doing what we have been doing is because the line is the real property, the real estate line is very, 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 very fast, and then it's very competitive. When the client
Yes.
says, I need a house, and then you quickly need to solve his problem, or else the next one, another agent will be taking over that business. So
Yeah.
we always have this challenge, just like before coming for this short briefing itself,
Mm.
was talking to another agent. He said that my client is looking for 4 bedrooms condominium. Do you have or not? All right. So we are trying to get it very, very fast because the client says that I expect it to be by tomorrow morning. We need to make a decision. But then some of the stocks that we really do not know, we really do not have, and they have a very specific requirement. And I think a lot of it is actually very emotional because people need things very, very fast, and then that is also a challenge to a lot of realtor like us lah.
Yes,
Uh,
understand.
uh,
Yeah. Actually, I really understand. So that's why there's two things lah. One is sales. Sales is fast, right? It's like customer need this, we need to be fast. And another thing is marketing. That's why I feel when realtors don't have marketing base or build the marketing takes time. Generate demand, build your brand, build your profile takes time. But if we don't do marketing, next few months whether there's consistent sales or not, we don't know. So we are actually building for the long term with marketing. But coming from sales myself, I see the danger of not building marketing because nowadays people choose people. So we need both sides. So one is sales, one is marketing. Last time, how I used to balance, I take my lunch hour, 1 hour to create content. So that's how people slowly recognize me as a content creator. I actually was a property content creator also and got invited to podcasts. Even developer invited me to educate buyer and all that, right? So you don't need big investment of time first. You do whatever you need for sales, then you allocate your lunch hour, can or not, like or a 45 minutes or 30 minutes, like just to focus on your marketing, your building content profile and all that. So I find that to be very easy. So when it becomes a habit, it's easy to stick to it already. Yeah. So it's like baby steps. Yeah. I hope this helps. And I saw Kichuan's question is like when we start on a new platform and we don't see anyone else on it, does it mean it's bad? Hardly see one on LinkedIn for interior design or realtors. Yes. But we need to know LinkedIn, there's other features, for example, the DMs. So people may not be creating content, but they may be still reading their DMs, their direct message. So I'm quite active on the DM to connect with business owner and then take it offline, like book appointment, let's have a chat and all that. Another thing is algorithm is very strong nowadays. So whatever you keep on posting on, let's say you keep on posting property or skincare, for example, then the algorithm will push it to people who tend to look for this kind of content. Whether it's Instagram also, whether it's LinkedIn, I'm not too sure yet. The algorithm is a bit different. But Instagram threads, the algorithm very strong. You keep posting the similar keyword which align to your expertise, then you get and attract more leads like that or people. Yeah. Uh, so it really depends who you want to target, then choose the platform. If they are not on there, then you can start small, don't spend so much time there. And also LinkedIn newsletter is SEO, is a search engine searchable. So you might want to do that if you are good with writing, if you love writing, why not? Yeah, so that's just some tips. I hope it helps. Yeah. So thank you so much for your time, everyone. Please enjoy your Saturday evening. I'm really very thankful that you all bother to tune in on a Saturday night. Yes. Thank you so much. Please enjoy Saturday and Sunday. Yes. See you again tomorrow. Please take
Thank
care.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.